Good morning everyone. We are present here with the next lecture of chapter solution. So today we are going to see that how the expression of concentration of solution is known with different formula. Means we are going to know what is the percentage of solute, what is the percentage of solvent in the solution. So for that we have different terms or different definitions. So let's begin with the first one, expressing concentration of solution. So concentration of solution quantitatively, if concentration of solute and solvent is known, so we can able to calculate the concentration of solution in terms of quantity by concentration of solute and solvent. So first formula is percentage. So with the help of percentage we can calculate the concentration of solute or solvent in the solution. So percentage of solution is expressed either as percentage by mass in terms of percentage mass, percentage by volume, or mass by volume. So first formula we have mass percentage of component. So in place of component it can be solute, in place of component it can be solution. W by W means weight of solute in gram by weight of solution in gram. So if they are in unit of gram, then we use W by W, mass by mass. So mass percentage of component is equals to mass of component in solution, means mass of solute in solution, mass of solvent in solution, in 200 divided by total mass of solution. Total mass of solution is equals to mass of solute plus mass of solvent. In first chapter mole concept we have got the idea how to calculate the mass percentage of component. So that is the first formula, W by W. Next one is volume percentage of component. So in terms of volume, ml, cubic centimeter, if the volume is given, then we can use this formula, volume percentage of component V by V. So volume of component in solution divided by total volume of solution in 200. So that will be the formula in terms of volume. Mass by volume, if the component is given in terms of gram and volume is given in terms of liter and milliliter, then we use m by v, W by V. Mass by volume percentage of component formula will be mass of component in solution divided by total volume of solution in 200. So this is a formula we will see in next lecture, numericals related to this. Let's move to second formula to get the concentration of solution is strength. It is the amount of solute in grams present in 1 liter of solution. So what is strength? How will calculate the strength? So amount of solute in grams present in 1 liter of solution will give you the strength. So therefore what is the unit? Gram per liter is the unit of strength. So strength of solution is equals to mass of solute in gram divided by volume of solution in liter. So with the help of which strength of solution can be calculated. Next topic, very important, that is a molarity. The number of moles of solute dissolved in per liter of solution, it is denoted by capital M. So molarity we have studied molarity in first chapter also. Molality, dissolve. So what is molarity? The number of moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. It is denoted by capital M. So formula of molarity is M, number of moles of solute small n, divided by V, volume of solution in liter. So strength can be calculated from molarity also. So how will get the strength? So molarity M equals to strength in gram per liter by molar mass of solute. So with the help of molarity, we multiply the molarity with molar mass, we get the strength in gram per liter. Or molarity is equals to strength in gram per liter by molecular mass or molar mass of solute. So one numerical is given based on this. If W gram of solute is present in V centimeter cube of a given solution, so what will the formula of molarity? We have learned in chapter 1 also of class 11. Given mass by molecular mass into 1000 by V in ml. Remember it, or turn the page and see what we have written the formula of molarity there. Given mass by molecular mass into 1000 by V in ml. Volume should be in ml if 1000 is above. So if for example it is given a solution of H2SO4 having 4.9 gram of it dissolved in 500 centimeter cube of solution, then what will be the molarity? So mass is given 4.9, molecular mass we know of molecular mass of H2SO4 we will get 98. 98 is the molecular mass. In 2000 it is given in centimeter cube, so divide by 500, so finally we will get what? Molarity is equals to 0.1 mole per liter. So you can calculate by yourself even. Next topic is formality. Formality. What is formality in case of ionic compound like NaCl, Na2SO4, etc.? Formality is used in place of molarity. So keep in mind, if there is ionic compound like NaCl, Na2SO4, which formula we are going to use? We are going to use formality. What is the definition? The number of gram formula mass. So new word is here, gram formula mass of solute dissolved per liter of solution. So gram formula mass means the formula, the amount of molecular mass is based on the formula of the solute, formula mass of the solute. So herefore it is written the number of gram formula masses of solute. Gram formula masses of solute, we'll see later what is it. Gram formula mass of solute dissolved per liter of solution. Rest thing is same, only change is formula masses of solutes. Let's see what is formula mass as. Formula mass used in place of molecular mass. So where we use formula mass? We use the formula mass in formality, and where we use in place of molecular mass we use formula mass, because in ionic compound exist as ions, not as molecule, because ionic compounds exist in form of ions, not in as molecule. Therefore we use formula mass. Therefore formula mass is the sum of atomic mass of atom. So what is formula mass? It is the sum of atomic masses of atoms. So we used to calculate atomic mass, so we have to add the atomic mass, we get the formula mass, similar to molecular mass. For example, see the example, 0.2 m, m stands for molarity, 0.2 m aqueous solution of sodium carbonate contains 0.4 m Na plus ion and 0.2 m CO3 2 minus ion. Because in aqueous solution 1 mole of sodium carbonate gives 2 moles of Na plus ion and 1 mole of CO3 2 minus ion. So see the difference here. If I say that 0.2 m aqueous solution of sodium carbonate contains 0.4 m Na plus ion and 0.2 m sodium carbonate ion. So because in aqueous solution 1 mole of sodium carbonate gives 2 moles of Na plus. So if it is 2 mole of Na plus, it will be double 0.4 m and 1 mole of CO3 2 minus ion. So when we break them into ion, what will get? 2 Na plus and CO3 2 minus. So we'll get this formula. So number of sodium ion is 2 and number of carbonate ion is 1. So therefore the number of moles of sodium ion is double 0.4 while that of carbonate ion is 0.2. So this formula we are going to use in formula mass. So that is the formula mass difference in the molecular mass and formula mass. Next topic, you are known to this also, normality. We get the equivalent mass, the number of gram equivalent of solute. Gram equivalent of solute is main focus thing here. Gram equivalent of solute dissolved per liter of given solution. So number of gram equivalent, in formality we use formula mass, in molarity we use molecular mass, in normality we are going to use equivalent mass of solute. Equivalent mass also we have studied in chapter 1. And dissolved per liter of given solution, denoted by capital N. So what is the formula? N equals to number of gram equivalent of weight of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. So we know how to get the normality. Just see here, if H2SO4 is here, so what is the equivalent weight of H2SO4? So see the number of hydrogen. How many hydrogen is here in the formula? 2. So if the molecular mass of H2SO4 is 98, we'll divide it 2. We get 49. So 49 is the equivalent mass or equivalent weight which we are going to use in the normality. We are not going to use molecular mass, but we'll use the equivalent mass. In case of acid, we see the number of H divided by 2. In case of base, we use number of OH. Based on number of OH, we divide the molecular weight divided by that number of H plus or OH minus ion. So that also we have studied in class 11. Search and check the previous notes of 11. So normality we get by this way. So same way, molarity we get the strength. Same way, strength of normality we get strength in gram per liter divided by equivalent mass of solute. In place of molecular mass, normality we use equivalent mass. So what will be the common formula? N equals to given mass by equivalent mass into 1000 by V. So only change is in place of molecular mass we are using equivalent mass. See the example. One example is here. A solution of H2SO4 having 0.49 gram of it dissolved in 250 centimeter cube of solution will have normality. तो उसका normality, what will be its normality? So N equals to given mass 0.49 by equivalent mass of H2SO4 we have seen right now 49, molecular mass divided by 2. So we are going to use 49 in place of molecular mass, equivalent mass of H2SO4 49 into 1000 by 250. So finally we'll get normality 0.04 gram equivalent per liter. So that is the unit of normality, gram equivalent per liter. In place of gram per liter, we are going to use gram equivalent per liter. That is the unit of normality. Now equivalent mass, how we'll get the equivalent mass of different elements? Equivalent, first formula, equivalent mass of element, atomic mass of element divided by valency of the element. For example, sodium is here. So what is the atomic mass of sodium? 23. What is the valency of sodium? 1. So 23 divided by 1 will give the equivalent mass of sodium. If it is acid, what we are going to use? Equivalent mass of acid, molecular mass of acid, just like H2SO4 98, divided by basicity of acid. Basicity means the number of H plus ion present in solution. Again, basicity of acid means the number of H plus ion present in solution. So in case of H2SO4, we have seen how many H2 was present? 2. So that is the basicity of sulfuric acid. So therefore, if we have the equivalent mass of acid, how will get? So equivalent mass of acid is equals to molecular mass of acid divided by basicity of acid. Basicity again means number of H plus ion. Again, third one, in case of equivalent mass of base, how will get the equivalent mass of base? So how will get the equivalent mass of base? So molecular mass of base divided by acidity of base. Acidity means number of OH minus ion present in base. If the number of OH minus ion is present in base is 1, for example NaOH, number of OH is 1. So molecular mass of NaOH divided by 1 will get the equivalent mass of NaOH. So here we have the formula of both basicity and acidity. Basicity is the number of displaceable H plus ion from one molecule of acid. So what is basicity of acid? It is the number of displaceable. Displaceable means which changes into ion when put into the solution of water. So displaceable H plus ion, or only the number of H plus ion present in the one molecule of acid. That gives the definition of basicity. What is acidity? Acidity is the number of displaceable OH minus ion. So in case of acid we have acidity, base. In case of base we have acidity, or in case of acid we have basicity. Basicity means H plus ion, or acidity means OH minus ion. Again, acidity is the number of displaceable OH minus ion from one molecule of base. Fourth formula is for salt. How will get the equivalent mass for salt? So equivalent mass of salt is equals to molecular mass of salt divided by total positive valency of metal atom. Total positive valency. For example, if we take of positive ion, if we take AlCl3, put the oxidation number -3 on Al, it comes +3. So what is the total number of positive ion? 3. 3 is the total number of positive ion. So what will get? So molecular mass of NaCl salt. So salt, AlCl3 is salt, aluminium 27, and chlorine 35.5, 71 plus 35.5. 71 plus 35.5. So it will be divided by how much? So what is the total positive valency of metal atom? 3. so we'll divide it with 3. So by this way we'll get the equivalent mass of salt. Again, equivalent mass of salt how we'll get? So molecular mass of salt, just add it, divided by total positive valency of metal atom. So total positive valency of metal atom is on metal is +3, we'll divide it with 3, 5. In case of iron, equivalent mass of iron, how we will get the equivalent mass of iron? So simply we have formula mass of iron divided by charge on iron. So what is the charge on iron? So we'll just divide with the charge of iron. If suppose Al changes to Al3 plus, so that will be the charge plus 3. So we'll divide the 27 divided by 3, we'll get the equivalent mass of iron. Same way 6th number, see the 6th number, equivalent mass of oxidizing agent and reducing agent. You know what is oxidizing agent and which is reducing agent, we have studied in chapter redox reaction. So here we'll just see the formula, molecular mass or atomic mass divided by number of electron lost or gained by one molecule of substance. So how many electron are lost or gained in the chemical reaction, that gives the equivalent mass of that oxidizing or reducing agent. For example, if we say KMnO4 changes to MnO2, so put the oxidation number on +1, here on Mn it will be +7. What will be in this case? So -4 +4. So from +7 it changes to +3. Change in number of electron lost or gain is 3. So that 3 we are going to use here, number of electron lost or gain by one molecule of substance. So taking the molecular mass of KMnO4 divided by 3 will give the equivalent mass of that oxidizing or reducing agent. So that we can get only from the reaction. How much difference is there? How many electron lost or gain in the equation? Next, relationship between normality and molarity. So is there any formula with the help of which, knowing the normality, we can get molarity, or knowing the molarity getting the normality? So yes, there is formula. So formula is normality of solution is equals to molarity into molecular mass divided by equivalent mass. So by applying this formula we get the normality if we are knowing the molarity. Molecular mass of substance divided by equivalent mass of substance. So if H2SO4 is there, so molecular mass is 98 divided by equivalent mass is 49. So we'll get what? We'll get 2. So molarity into 2 will give you the normality. So normality of acid is equals to molarity into basicity. So basicity means the number of H plus ion of acid. Will multiply the molarity with the acid basicity, will get the normality of acid. Same way normality of base is equals to molarity into acidity. Molality, we even know the molality, that was molarity shown with capital M, molality is shown with small m, symbol is small m. Same formula, the number of moles of solute dissolved in, now changes, dissolved in 1000 gram or 1 kg of solvent. There it was 1 liter of solution, here it is in molality 1 kg of solvent, denoted by small m. We have studied this also. So molality is equals to number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. That is the formula. The basic formula is number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in gram into 1000 will give you the molality. Formula even we know, molality equals to given mass of solute by molecular mass of solute into 1000 by mass of solvent. So in place of B it will be mass of solvent in gram. If we are using 1000 above, we will take mass of solvent in gram. So one question based on this, a solution of anhydrous sodium carbonate, molecular mass 106, having 1.325 gram having 1.325 gram of it dissolved in 250 gram of water. What is the molality? So mass is given, molecular mass of sodium carbonate is 106, and mass of solvent, that is dissolved in water 250 gram of water, that is in gram. So we'll take 1000 and above, so 250 gram. So finally molecular mass gives molality comes 0.05 mole per kg, that is the unit of molality. Next is mole fraction. This also we have studied in chapter 1 of class 11. Mole fraction. Mole fraction of a constituent is fraction obtained by dividing the number of moles of that constituent by total number of moles of all the constituent present in solution, denoted by X. So given number of moles divided by total number of moles. If one wants to calculate mole fraction of solute, let's see if it is there for the. If in solution N1 and N2 are number of moles of solvent and solute, then the mole fraction, what will be the mole fraction of solvent? X1. So number of moles of solvent N1 divided by total number of moles N1 plus N2. Same way, if wants to calculate mole fraction of solute, what will be the formula? So mole fraction of solute is denoted by X2. 1 and 2 are just the assumption, you can take anything. So N2 is the number of moles of solute divided by number of moles of solvent plus number of moles of solute, gives the mole fraction of solute. So example is given there. If solution contain 4 moles of alcohol and 6 moles of water, then mole fraction of each is. So mole fraction of alcohol is equals to number of moles of alcohol divided by number of moles of alcohol plus number of moles of water. So 4 by 10 gives 0.4. Same way, mole fraction of water will be number of moles of water divided by total number of moles. 6 by 10 gives 0.6. If a solution contain number of compound, then mole fraction of different compound will be. If there is more than one compound, then what will the mole fraction? So mole fraction of 1 is equals to number of moles of 1 divided by total number of moles of different components. Same way, if we want to calculate for X2, same formula we can get it. Here a note, the sum of mole fraction of all constituent of solution is always equals to unit. Means the number of moles of solute N1 and number of mole fraction of solute X1 plus mole fraction of solvent X2 is equals to 1. So if we get any 1, we can able to calculate another one. Mole fraction of solute, we are taking X1, then mole fraction of solvent, both the sum will be equals to 1. So if you know the mole fraction of solute, you can get the mole fraction of solvent by subtracting with 1. So here it is written that solution all is always equals to unity, that is X1 plus X2 plus X3 all equals to 1. Mole fraction is a dimensionless quantity. Keep in mind that mole fraction has no unit, like molarity, mole per liter, molality, mole per kg. Mole fraction has no unit. Mass fraction, the mass of given component per unit mass of solution. Just like the mole, we are using mass. In place of mole, number of moles, we are using mass, then it is called mass fraction. The mass of given component per unit mass of solution. If Na and Nb denotes mass fraction of two component A and B, when Wa gram of one component A is mixed with Wb gram of second component in a binary fraction, therefore Xa equals to Wa by Wa plus Wa. Simple, it is not tough. In place of Na, we are using mass Wa. Same way, for mole fraction of mass fraction of Xb, mass of B divided by total mass of Xa plus Xb. Next topic is part per million, ppm. Mass of solute present in 1 million, that is 10 to the power 6 parts by mass of solution. So that is mass of solute. It is ppm is calculated if in water we are taking 1 chutki namak, 1 pinch of salt. So what will be the mass of that salt in 1 liter water? So that can be calculated with the help of ppm. So mass of solute present in 1 million part by mass of solution. So what will the formula of ppm, part per million? So if there is any substance A, ppm, A equals to mass of A divided by mass of solution. In place of 100 we take 10 to the power 6. So ppm of A is equals to mass of A divided by mass of solution in 10 to the power 6. Now notice, for very dilute solution, when a very small quantity of solute is present in a large quantity of solution, the solute is expressed in terms of ppm. So for very small quantity we use ppm. Again, for very dilute solution, that is when very small quantity of solute is present in a large quantity of solution, the solute is expressed in terms of ppm. So for example, pollution of atmosphere is also reported in ppm. So how much pollution, how much gases component are present, harmful gases present in air, that is calculated in ppm. But in volume, the mass, but in volume, then the masses, we calculate them in terms of volume. That is volume of harmful gases SO2 in centimeter cube present in 10 to the power 6 centimeter cube of air. So for example, how many SO2 component is present? SO2 in centimeter cube present in 10 to the power 6 centimeter cube of air. Finally, we have some more relations. Then we'll move to the numericals part of all the relations. So we have the heading some relations. So first is relationship between volume, normality or molarity of a substance solution. So we have the relationship that N1 V1 equals to N2 V2. So knowing the normality of any one solution, we can get the normality of another one. So this equation is called normality equation. What is normality equation? N1 V1 equals to N2 V2. What is it? If V1 ml of solution of normality N1 are dissolved to volume V2 ml, or if V1 ml of a solution of normality N1 reacts exactly with V2 volume of solution of normality N2, then so simply remember the formula that N1 V1 equals to N2 V2. This is called normality equation. Same way that happens with the normality also. In place of normality molarity, in place of molarity we get M1 V1 equals to M2 V2. That is called molarity equation. In case of molarity, if the number of moles is also given, molarity equation for reaction between two reactants, then M1 V1 by N1 equals to M2 V2 by N2. So what is N1 V1? N1 and N2 is number of moles of reactant 1 and N2 is number of moles of reactant 2. So with the help of this we can able to get the desired value. Finally, relationship between molarity and molality. So what is relationship between molarity and molality? So moles of solute is equals to md plus 1 m2 by 1000. So we have the formula that moles of solute, moles of solute is equals to m into d. D stands for density of solution 1 plus m. M2 divided by 1000. M2 stands for molecular mass of solute. M stands for molarity. Small m stands for molality. Here also small m stands for molality. M2 stands for molecular mass of solute divided by 1000. So with the help of this formula you can get the relationship between molality and molarity. Relationship between molality and mole fraction. What will be the relationship? So molality is equals to 1000 mole fraction x2 divided by x1 into m1. So x2 is the mole fraction, m1 molar mass of solvent. Relationship between molarity and mole fraction, same way, molarity m equals to 1000 d x2 x1 m1 plus x2 m2. What is x2? X2 can be the solute, mole fraction of solute, x1 can be the mole fraction of solvent. So till here we have completed all the relations, all the formula. Just note it down, complete it. Then in the next lecture we'll see the numericals based on these all formulas. Thank you.